Welcome in. We're here with Miguel Regalado, the head coach of the Baker football team, as they get ready for homecoming weekend and the fourth matchup of the season, taking on a top 25 Graceland opponent. Before we get there, let's go back to last week. Obviously, not the result you wanted, but you're playing a top 5 Grandview team on the road. What were some of the positives and some of the things that you took away from that game against the Vikings?
Well, anytime you travel with the team for the very first time, you're always curious how they're going to travel. And I was very, very pleased. I told our football team everything was smooth. The travel was smooth. The way they carried themselves in the restaurant was smooth. The way they carried themselves at the hotel was smooth. We got to the football game, and what I told my staff since I got here, Derek, was this game is going to tell us how far away we are or how close we are. And we got down very quickly. We realized very quickly that their defensive line was much more physical than our offensive line, which didn't allow us to get anything going in the pass game. Truman felt like he was under pressure from the get-go, and anytime you have a young quarterback that's under pressure from the beginning, it can make for a long day. I was extremely proud of the way our defense competed. I thought our defense matched up really well. Were put in some tough situations, and I thought our guys did a great job of stepping up. They had a couple of a goal line stand. They held in the green zone to a field goal. I thought they played fantastic. They pitched a shutout in the second half. Special forces was a wash. So to me, Grandview won a phase of the game, one of the three phases. One was a wash, and we just realized we're not physically ready to compete with them up front. But I tell you what, we're not that far away after looking at that football game. And I was just I told our team at halftime, you're going to tell me a lot about you by what you come out here in the second half and do. And they told me a lot.
And how much can that be a teaching tool for the team and in kind of whether it's a mental aspect of, hey, we need to do this better, or just kind of resetting the season headed into this week's game?
You know, something we didn't tell our football team on Sunday is in talking to the Grandview staff, they had 105 players there all summer long. Anytime you have pretty much your entire football team, or really almost 90% of your football team, they're working out, it's going to give you the opportunity to be as successful as you can be on a Saturday. We were about 40. And so what that told me is for us to get to the point where we're back competing, and I was 2-0 versus Grandview when I was here, but we had 60, 70 guys over the summer that were here. They're our first and second string. That's what it told me is for us to get back to where we want to be, where this program belongs, we've got to get a better commitment all the way around, year round. And that's what it told us.
Well, Graceland, the opponent this week, they're now ranked in the top 25. This is very explosive offense. I guess we'll start there. Defensive side of the ball. How much is Tucker and the defense staying up at night getting ready for what the Yellow Jackets are bringing in?
You know, this is the kind of offense that can give a defense coordinator nightmares. It's and this is no disrespect. It's kind of a street ball type of deal. The quarterback is going to make people miss. He's going to throw it up to some dangerous weapons. To me, jersey number 2, Gerald Monroe is probably the best receiver in the country. So we've got our hands full. And in talking to Thad Metcalf on the way over here, he made it pretty clear that we were embarrassed last year and that he is looking forward to this football game. I think our defense is looking forward to this football game. I know Coach Pauly is looking forward to this football game, but it's a great challenge, and we got to be ready to go from every single snap so that this thing doesn't turn into a track meet.
Offensive side of the ball, 56 points from Baker against Graceland last year. Obviously, different faces and everything on both sides of the ball. What are you guys looking to do to be successful on that end of the field?
We're going to play complementary football this week. We want to run the football. I think when you run the football, control the tempo, Coach Morse has a goal of our guys having 23 or more first downs. We would like to keep their offense sitting on the sideline. We would like to control the tempo of this game, run the football, finish drives in the red zone is going to be critical. Field goals, Derek, aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns are going to win this game. So the game plan for us is to keep Truman healthy, keep him on his feet, be efficient in the pass game. This is the kind of defense that once they get going, they can look like they have 13 people on the field. So we've got to keep them under control, run the football, control the clock, keep their offense on the sideline, and score touchdowns in the red zone.
Our player spotlight this week is going to be Thad Metcalf, who you just brought up. Tell us a little bit about Thad, what makes him a good player and an important piece of this Baker program.
Coach Pauly always tells me that the most difficult position to play in our defense is the safety position. You have to have a guy that is like the quarterback on offense, and that's what Thad is. Thad is brilliant in the classroom. He's a fantastic representative of Baker University on our campus, and he comes to work every single day. He is always in the film room. He's getting himself better, competing. He's gone through some injuries in his career, and some significant injuries that have kept him off the field, and he worked extremely hard. When I first got here, I kept noticing this guy off to the side doing his own thing in the weight room, and it was rehab. And he worked as hard in rehab as the guys to the side were in their actual strength program with Coach Koch. It has gotten him healthy. I was just talking to him a little bit ago, asking him how he feels. He said, Coach, I feel great. And that's a testament to how hard he's worked in the offseason. He's a fantastic leader.
All right, last thing I got for you here. There's going to be a lot of Baker alumni. We have the Hall of Fame event going on Friday night this week, leading into the weekend. What does this weekend kind of mean, bringing back some former faces and maybe some familiar faces that you're going to be seeing?
It's everything. I think this program is all about its football alumni. You know, I was told on my interview here that football alumni is the largest giving donors to the university. And so it's important for them to come back and see a good product on the field. We have a saying that we've stuck to since I got here. It's called restore the order. And restoring the order means getting this program back to where it was when those guys were here. That we were winning championships, they were going to playoffs every year, eventually breaking through and getting to a national championship. And now we need to finish that.
He's Miguel Regalado, head coach. Baker takes on Graceland this Saturday.